Hello everyone. In previous class we have covered AC voltage controller and cycloconverters, and today we are going to begin our new topic, and which is a little vast topic. It is phase control rectifier. The concept from here are generally asked in the exams, and it is also have much importance in GATE exams and other PSU exams. Phase control rectifier. What is phase control rectifier? It is the rectifier in which phase control devices like thyristor are used to control the voltage magnitude from when we convert it from the AC to DC. In sinusoidal phase control rectifier, we are converting a sinusoidal waveform to a pulsating DC waveform. But what is desirable is a constant DC waveform, which we have to achieve by using filters in the later stages. So the phase control rectifier are not capable to generate the constant DC magnitude output waveform, and it resulting into pulsating waveform which consists of harmonics. So in today's section we will discuss how the harmonic affect the applications of the phase control rectifier, and we will also consider the harmonic analysis of uh, at the AC side and DC side. So phase control rectifier, or in generally rectifier, are described based on the controllability. It is uncontrolled rectifier if we are using diodes here to convert from fixed AC supply to fixed DC or constant voltage supply. Here constant voltage represent the average output voltage. Fully controlled rectifier have thyristors in place of diodes, and it can convert fixed AC supply to variable DC supply. We can vary the magnitude of average and RMS value by varying the alpha or the phase angle. It is two quadrant operation. It means the magnitude of current will always positive, but magnitude of voltage may be positive or negative depending upon the load conditions. In half control rectifier or semi converter, there is one quadrant operation, and it converts fixed AC to variable DC by using diode and thyristors. Next one is classification of converter based on pulse number of converter. What is pulse number? It is denoted by M, and it is the number of pulses at the output for one cycle of AC source voltage. For one pulse converter, we have one pulse from 0 to 2 pi, and it lies from 0 to pi. It is a positive cycle and negative cycle is clipped off. So time period is 2 pi and output frequency is equal to source frequency. In two pulse converter from 0 to 2 pi, two pulses are shown, and output time period is pi radian and output frequency is 2 times. For 3 pulse converter, similarly 3 pulses are observed in a complete cycle of a supply, and time period is 120 degree of a one pulse. So the output frequency is 3 times of the supply frequency. Similarly, in 6 pulse, output frequency is 6 times. So here is concluded that output frequency is m time of supply frequency, where m is the number of pulses. One observation also is there: when the number of pulses increases, output time period decreases and output frequency increases, due to which ripple voltage reduce and harmonics are reduced. A 50 Hz AC, we can convert it to the DC by using MOSFET. The frequency of MOSFET is around 50 kHz to 100 kHz. It is able to produce pure DC. High frequency switches seems to generate the pure DC, but they consist of some harmonics in power electronic devices. So we will see the effect of harmonics on performance of DC motor, which is the application of switching devices. First one is harmonics overheat the machine winding, and we cannot utilize the machine to its full capacity. So to avoid overheat, we have to run the machine with the low power supply, or we have to derate it. Harmonics produce pulsating torque and hence smooth rotation not possible. No smooth rotation is possible in the DC motors which we run from the output obtained from the rectifiers. The rotor have inertia will damp out the oscillations, so pulsating torque produced by harmonics, and hence a smooth rotation is possible for bigger machines. So for smaller machines like servo motors, smooth rotation is not possible. Next is harmonic analysis on DC side of converter. To get the analysis of harmonics, we are using here Fourier series, and you know that by using the Fourier series we can convert any waveform to the DC component and multiple harmonic frequency components. Multiple harmonic components can be fundamental, second harmonic, third harmonic, and so on, nth harmonic components. So this signal what we obtain from the output of the rectifier, we can convert it to the DC and multiple harmonic signals. This is the mathematical formula of trigonometric Fourier series, and the RMS value we can determine from the under root of DC component square plus fundamental component square plus second harmonic component square, and so on, another harmonic component magnitude square. So by taking the squares, and under root of this is known as output RMS voltage, and we have to understand that we are analyzing at the DC side. So what is the useful power or useful voltage for us is the DC power. Voltage ripple factor is the measure of harmonics on DC side of converter, which can be derived as under root of V output RMS square minus DC voltage square divided by DC voltage. So voltage ripple factor is the parameter which we are using at the DC side to evaluate the harmonics. It is also derived as useless upon useful power. What is useless power? It is the other harmonics which we doesn't require in the DC side. So output RMS subtracting the DC power, DC voltage from the output RMS is resulting the voltages having nth harmonics. So voltage ripple factor is the magnitude of nth harmonic voltages to the magnitude of DC output voltage. VOR by V naught is known as form factor. So we can also write the formula of voltage ripple factor equal to under root of form factor square minus 1. These are the point we have to generalize that for perfect DC there should not be any ripple. It means the magnitude of nth harmonic components will be equal to 0. Output RMS equal to voltage DC voltage magnitude. Form factor will be equal to 1 and voltage ripple factor will be equal to 0. With form factor parameter, we can also observe the quality of DC output, as if the form factor value is greater than 1 and its magnitude is higher, so it represents the higher harmonics, more harmonics, and if it is approaching towards 1, so harmonics are decreases, and if form factor equal to 1, therefore there is no harmonic present in the DC output. Harmonic analysis on AC side of converter. So for AC side we have to go back at the inverter section, in which we are using a pure DC and we get the AC magnitude, which is not a sinusoidal, it is a stepped magnitude. With single phase voltage source inverter we get the square wave magnitude, and with 3 phase we have stepped magnitude, and we have the harmonics around 31% in 3 phase and 48% in single phase. So there we also consider the harmonic analysis at AC side. So what is the requirement at the output there? There we required a pure sinusoidal AC, but we don't get the sinusoidal AC, so there are harmonics. But what is the requirement there? The useful power is fundamental magnitude. So fundamental is behaving there as a useful, and all other DC component and all other harmonics contents are representing there as a useless power, for which consist of harmonics. So output RMS, this is the formula of output RMS, and there total harmonic distortion is the measure of harmonics, and at AC side of the converter total harmonic distortion formula is this: V output RMS square minus fundamental square, and taking the under root is the value of the harmonics content divided by what is the useful power, it is the V01 or fundamental output voltage magnitude. Here distortion factor is equal to fundamental by output RMS. It plays a major role in finding of harmonics at AC side. For perfect AC, output RMS equal to fundamental and G equal to 1. So the THD will equal to 0 for perfect AC. So for perfect AC we are assuming that there is only fundamental component present. What is the significance of distortion factor like form factor? Without harmonics G will equal to 1. If the harmonics are present, so the value of G will be less than 1, and if it is closing towards 0, then we assume that harmonics are very much larger, and if it is equal to 1, so harmonics are 0. So this was all story about harmonic analysis. We have covered in this class types of converters based on the number of pulses, and harmonic analysis and effect of harmonics on the applications of power electronic switches. In next class we will consider the single phase half wave rectifier one pulse converter. Half wave rectifier also consists of with using different loads, R load, RL load. We will consider the all phenomena how it is working with the different loads.